I get?
Huh?
Holy stuff, how much I get?
How much? Now you're getting 1, 2, 3 different chemos instead of 2. We're going to talk about 4 drugs, but the leucovorin is not chemo. It's a fancy-dancy vitamin B. Okay? So, like I said, I'm not going to bore you with all the other stuff on this one. 5-FU or Fluorocell is the name of this medication. This one, the biggest thing that we see with this one is that you can get diarrhea. That is the #1 thing with this, okay? Stay on top of the diarrhea medication. Otherwise, 5-FU is fairly well tolerated. Nausea is a little bit, but diarrhea is the biggest. The next thing that we can see with this one is you can get watery eyes. It's like your eyes are tearing up. They're not, but they're kind of watery. That can last forever. Okay?
That's not what I like.
Yeah. Next, you can get a metallic taste in your mouth. Less common side effects for this one. Hand-foot syndrome. Palms of the hands, soles of the feet become red, hot, swollen, tender. Sometimes the skin can even split and crack, okay? Your job, moisturize, 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 moisturize. Get lots of lotion, unscented, regular lotion, and just keep everything moisturized, okay?
I don't like this one.
You don't like this one? Wait till I get to the next one. I told you there's a reason why we chose the other one. So those are the major things with the 5-FU. Same thing, you have to call, if you're having problems, you got to call if you got a fever. All of that's unchanged, all right? Keep yourself well hydrated. Sunblock if you're outside. Keep your hands well moisturized. This one works just like the other ones. Cancer cells forget to die. This one gets inside the DNA and tries to turn the cell back on, okay? That's the F in the FOLFIRINOX is the name of your regimen. So you're getting 4 different drugs. Let's jump over here to oxaliplatin. Oxaliplatin is a form of chemotherapy. It's given IV. It has an unusual side effect of when it's exposed to cold, you can have a spasm. So, after you receive this drug, if you put your hand in the freezer, the whole hand can spasm up. It's very uncomfortable, okay? Next, you can have an esophageal spasm if you drink ice water or ice cream or something like that. Now, it only happens in about 5% of the patients, but I don't know if you're in the 5% box or the 95% box. And the esophageal spasm is very, 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 very scary. It feels like you can't breathe, okay? You can, but it's scary. So we don't recommend any cold for the first week after the infusion. So on your off week, you can have cold. On your treatment week, you cannot have cold. And with this regimen, it looks like you're getting treated on the 15th and then the 29th. So it's every 2 weeks. So main thing, avoid the cold. The next one with this one is it can cause regular neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy, which is numbness and tingling in your hands and feet. This one is bad for that, okay? It can become a lifelong problem with this drug. If you notice that your feet are getting numb and tingly, make sure you let us know. We'll dial back the dose a little bit, okay? Otherwise, the same things we talked about before. Hydration, nausea, call if you got a problem, okay? As far as efficacy, how well they work, they're very comparable. This one works just as well as the other one.
What's the side effect?
But the side effects are worse. With the nurses upstairs, they had tried to cut in line, per se, with you to get you the drug. and talked to the, pharmacy people, and they're not letting us put anybody on the drug because we can't get it. So that's why we had to make a sudden stop in here.
The first 3 months I stay with this drug
Yes.
for like about no change to switch it.
Even if it comes back in circulation, we won't change. All right, the next one is irinotecan. The nurses have a joking name for this one, and it's called I ran to the can. This one can cause diarrhea during the infusion, okay? So while you're upstairs, your stomach starts doing anything crazy, you get up and go to the bathroom. There is a bathroom up there, okay? They're gonna give you medication to stop that, hopefully, but don't take any chances, all right? So you can have diarrhea like the first 24 hours after this one, and then things kind of settle down until day 11. On day 11, the diarrhea comes back. Don't freak out, we know that happens. You may have another 24 hours or so of diarrhea, and then it goes away, okay? Make sure you get some of the same side effects of, the nausea, the fatigue, dropping your blood counts, all of that is still all the same.
Okay.
So this is a fancy B vitamin. 5-FU, or the Floracell, and the oxaliplatin together deplete the folic acid in your body. And that's one of the things that is needed to build the red blood cells. So these eat it all up. So what we're doing is we are replacing that folic acid. Okay, so this is just a fancy dancy B vitamin. Signature there. The Floracell, you will be heard called 5-FU as well. It's the same drug, just we call everything 20 different names to confuse you. We would prefer to do the other one just because of the side effect profile. So the ugly is I can't get you the one that has a better profile. The good is we have something that works just as well.
Weirdly positioned because I need to put a covering over it to as you're going home with it. It's going to be a uniquely placed one. Then you also get to take a handy dandy pump home with you. Going to carry it because it's going to infuse over the next 46 hours.
I've been with health first for 2.5 years.
Okay.
Then I have to come back here or just take a
Come back here on Friday
The South Dakota.
for disconnecting. That's all.
And I can take a shower with this and everything, or
For the next couple days, you just have to do modified shower. Okay. You don't want to get direct water on it. Definitely not the pump. It would have been nice to have the gym czar and a bath.
Yeah.
So he's doing that this winter, and he said maybe next year he'll go back to 30. He said that the beef prices are so good right now, he wants to have a few more cows. A little pressure on there if you wouldn't mind. And I'll wrap it up for him. So yeah, I think he's crazy personally. He just, no, but the thing is, the guy's fit as a fiddle.
Inside.
We were hoping for some snow, but it was dry. And
1, 2, 3. Say, ouch.
Okay,
Hurt you a little bit.
no, not so bad.
I'll try harder next time.
Oh, okay, huh?
I push a little bit in, check for blood return. Beautiful blood return. What's that, new?
New port.
He just got it.
It's not even a weekend.
Wow, good. I've actually given chemotherapy where you're located here. I just have to get creative with our little...
He was probably not thinking that I have to go with a pump home.
Nope, they had no idea.
Nope. Me
I'm
not
gonna get
either.
something a little bit different for you, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So like I said, this is gonna go on a little bit modified. That bed's really not working good lately. Still not. We're good for blood return here. Put that in the rack. Let's see, I'm gonna get a little creative with you here because of how that comes near the armpit. All right.
Hey guys, so I'm in my car right now. I have to go home and I have to take care of Nikki. I'm leaving my husband here. He's getting his chemo, as you saw with some of the video that I put in there. I'm sorry it's so awkward. They really don't want you to film, but they didn't say anything, but I try to be a little less obvious. I just had to be sure, you know, that I was being careful. It was really hard. He didn't get the chemo that we wanted him to get because there's a national shortage. So we had to get other kind of chemo, which is a bunch of, it's just so confusing. And now he has to take a mobile pump home for 48 hours after his session here because some of the medicine takes out, he has to take it for that long. So it's just so crazy. It's so upsetting. I can only imagine what he's going through and scared and nervous, but I got to head home to my little girl, make sure she gets to go potty. Then I have to come back here and I'll sit with him some more. So I just wanted to give you a little insight of what is going on. I know I don't show much. It's really hard. It's emotionally hard for all of us, especially for him. We're exhausted, we're tired. You know, since they changed the chemo, he wasn't going to have to wear a portable pump, but now he has to. And this one has a lot more effects in it than the other one. I did not get to record the first, I did not put in about the first 2 chemos they were going to give him because they said, you know, they can't get it. So I didn't even put that in there. It just didn't make sense to put it in there. But they did go over chemo before, was 2 types of chemo, and now he has like 3 or 4 bags, including, that includes the vitamin B that they want him to have too. So, but yeah, it's just so crazy. It really is. But I wanted to give you guys a little insight. If you can, please, the link for my husband's GoFundMe will be down below. We appreciate any kind of love and support we could get from you, and we definitely appreciate you guys so much. It just means so much to us. So I'm going to go home to my little baby girl. Then I'm going to come back to my little baby boy. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.